Brandy, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, great to have the business breakfast live from the Emirates Golf Club on this day 2 of the 36th edition of the Hero Dubai Desert Classic, which has attracted some of the biggest names in the game, none more so than Rory, back to defend his 2024 Dalla Trophy. More on that a little later on. A lot of that's down to the work that goes on throughout the year from the team behind the scenes, none more so than the man alongside me at the moment, the Executive Tournament Director of the Hero Dubai Desert Classic, Simon Corkill. Simon, great to catch up with you. Busiest man on course, so to give us a bit of time this morning, appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. I don't think I'm the busiest man here. You can hear the green staff behind us working away, setting the course up. But we're really looking forward to a fantastic weekend.
You and I could sit here for hours talking golf, but I'm conscious that a number of our viewers and listeners across the region at the moment would like to find a bit more about the sort of the business side of this as well. Let's talk media if we can, because media is such an important part of any major sporting event. It's part and parcel of the return on investment for sponsors and others as well. How does the Hero Dubai Desert Classic sort of rank in terms of other tournaments here in the region?
Well, I think from our media, return on investment on our media is very high. We have a $162 million gross media value on our sponsorship based on the TV coverage, and a $342 million PR valuation on the event, which they're very big numbers, but it's a really we're looking at different mediums of communication. I've talked there about TV, but we're really diversifying in what we're doing. We know that the sort of the way people are viewing golf and sport in general is changing, and we've introduced the Creators Dubai Desert Classic this year, and bringing in 16 creators from around the world to really sort of create snackable formats of golf and stuff around the event, around Dubai and everything, and that we're starting to see a really big impact on that.
Does that sort of bleed into sponsorship as well? I mean, you and I look around here, and I've been a long-term attendee of the event down the years. We've seen title sponsors come and go. We've seen more and more sponsors get involved. In terms of the sort of the appetite for sponsorship, is that something that's on the grow at the moment for golf?
Yes, certainly. I think golf's in a really good space, and we get hopefully we have very happy sponsors. I think we do. We speak to them regularly to find out and to really improve things every day. But golf's in a really good space because you've got the players that are the personalities are starting to really build. You've got Rory. You've got here this week with John Rahm being here has been amazing. Tommy Fleetwood is a personality in his own right. Victor Hovland. So these players are global players, and it's really engaging for the sponsors. We brought in Akshay Bhatti, who's a young 21-year-old American guy who's going to be a top 10 player in the world. So that's very important for us to get into the American market and to talk to the American market and to give this experience to young American players. So that also brings in international sponsors as well as the local sponsors.
Talking big names, you've just mentioned a couple there, and you don't have to go far around the city to see their faces up on billboards, etc. Your Rorys, your Rahms, your Tommys, your others. Do they put bums on seats to be course as well? Is that sort of imperative to a tournament of this size?
Yeah, it's certainly imperative, and they do. And we try very hard with the DP World Tour and the team to really get the best field we can get. And it's key that we have box office players. Rory's played the last few years, and we can't take Rory for granted. He's got a very busy schedule, and we've been very lucky that he keeps winning here, and he keeps winning. Hopefully he'll come back, but it's not guaranteed he'll come back. Victor Hovland won in 2022. He didn't have a chance to defend because he had different priorities on his schedule, but he came back this year because he felt he missed out on 23 that he didn't defend. So it's important that we have box office players, and we've got probably half a dozen this week.
Loads going on the course, as you can hear. The early tee-offs happening as we speak. Sun's up, so players are out on course, quite right too as well. But let's talk about off the course as well. I walked through the village a little earlier on. Obviously, we've got all the preparations down here in the Dalla Lounge, new initiatives over on 16 as well. A lot of thinking's gone into this, for the experience, but also from a perspective of sustainability as well. That's high on your priority list.
It's certainly high on our priority list, Tom. It's something we started a journey 3 years ago to become a sustainable event, and we've managed the last 2 years to be geo certified. The Geo Foundation is a a organisation out of St Andrews in Scotland that is sort of sets the benchmark for golf courses and golf events. So we're very proud to be GEO certified last 2 years. We're not saying here we're experts in this space, we're certainly not perfect, but we're trying to do different initiatives each year to really improve things. And we have things like solar panels on the media centre, offices. We try and really promote public transport. We've got a metro station here on the golf course, probably one of the only one actually on the property around the world. So really encouraging public transport. If people do park, we have a park and plant.
I saw that coming in.
So it's free to get in, but it's actually 50 dirhams to park. But the 50 dirhams goes direct into planting mangroves. So from our point of view, from a sustainability point of view, we're pushing the envelope. And this year we've actually launched a project that'll roll out. It'll be a 26-27 for us, but it's the Green Incubator series and challenge, which basically we're going to try and eke out businesses that have green initiatives in mind, and we're going to have a sort of Dragon's Den pitch next year at the 2026 event to pitch for green initiatives for our event, and we will have a grant to support that initiative. So we're really excited what will come out of that, because there are so many people, experts in this field now, that can really help us improve as an event and as an event in Dubai.
Full quota of players heading out onto course today as well. Day 2 of the tournament. Happy with your leaderboard after day 1?
Yeah, happy. Like some of the bigger players to make a big move today, but they're just nestling in nicely, just below the leaders, which is great. There's a fantastic story at the top of the leaderboard. David Ford is an amateur from the US who played in the Eisenhower Trophy at the World Amateur Teams Championship in Abu Dhabi last year. Unbelievable player. He won the PGA Tour University ranking, and he's now leading. And so for him to be leading at 7 is great. But Rory, John, Tommy, they're all there. They're all bubbling around. So we're looking forward to a fantastic 3 days.
Yeah, aren't we just? Yeah. Friday, obviously leading into the weekend as well. Advice to those coming down to the golf as well. You talked about some of the initiatives getting onto the course and around the course as well. What's your advice to the fans heading down here, either today or over the course of the weekend?
Well, as I mentioned, it'd be great to take public transport. It's a lot easier to take taxis, Ubers, come on the metro. Parking is very limited, so it's a lot. You're going to come straight in, certainly if you come on the metro. But there's lots going on. There's lots for families. There's food and beverage. We sort of pride ourselves that we're not just a golf event. We're an event, and if people don't know anything about golf, to come along, really enjoy being at Emirates Golf Club, which is fantastic to start with, but to have a look around and then engage with the golf. Like this afternoon, we've got Family Beats, which is a
family rave.
Yes, it's a kids' rave. My children are coming down, so we're looking forward to that. It's 3 till 6 today, and then entertainment goes on after golf. So even if you come for a few hours at the end of the day, stay, have dinner with friends and family, enjoy the evening. And it's under the marina sort of skyline. It's an amazing setting.
Can't beat that. That's all we can say. Simon, got to leave it there. Really appreciate your time. Thank you so much indeed.
Thanks so much,
I'll let you get back to it. Simon is, of course, the Executive Tournament Director, Hero Dubai Desert Classic. So if you see him around the course, be nice to him.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation.